There's no rescue service in the animal world. If a creature gets into trouble, then it's doomed, and only humans can change that. Today, we're gonna show you the most heartbreaking moments of animals asking people for help and kindness. Quick, grab your box of tissues and hit the subscribe button if you're ready. Look at this brave man swimming across a fast-moving river to save a young deer from drowning. Poor thing wasn't even breathing and had to be resuscitated. I hope his mama hears him. Nobody cared that this tiny baby hedgehog was dying of thirst. Nobody except this good man. A poor monkey tried to escape after a brutal attack by some dogs, and this taxi driver realizes that it's in critical condition. Look at how he saves its life like he would a human child. And we'll never forget his kindness. We don't know how this duck family ended up on this highway, but we know for sure that they all would have been crushed if not for these bikers. They tried to escort the birds across the road, but it turned out to be too scary for them. Then they had to catch the ducklings with their bare hands, which is why the mother duck flew away in despair. The bikers' only hope was that the entire highway would come to a stop for their rescue mission, and every driver stopped. The family is reunited and safe. This huge elk got stuck in a swamp and barely had the strength to keep its head above the surface. It took 5 people to get it out of danger. Look at how exhausted it is.
Тяни еще, назад слезет, тяни еще. Еще, чтобы задние ноги вылезли. Все.
Can't even walk.
Пускай полежит, все, не трогайте.
Just listen to the heartbreaking cries of these newborn puppies that were thrown out on the ice to freeze to death.
Маленький мой, солнышко мое. Солнышко мое.
Thankfully, not all people are so terrible. I can't believe how much this desperate fox trusts people despite all the pain caused by a man-made trap. I hope her paw heals soon. This squirrel should have passed away after getting electrocuted, but this man saw the creature as a fellow soul and began trying to save its life. Even resorting to mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, and it was worth all the effort. A cougar appears to be caught in a trap, but it still has enough fight in it to deal with the 2 men who decided to help. Fortunately, the huge risk to their own lives paid off. Using a lighter and a screwdriver, this man was able to find a way to free a hedgehog from a plastic bottle.
Ну щас. Глазь.
Just look at how out of breath it was.
Спасли тебя, да?
A small kangaroo had swam to the middle of the river and was completely worn out. People on the boat immediately rushed to its aid, but it would have been too traumatic to put it in the boat. So instead, they took the kangaroo for the ride of its life. Foxes can be dangerous animals, and these three were already agitated after many unsuccessful attempts to escape from an abandoned pool. But this man wasn't afraid to risk his health by pulling each of them out, literally with his bare hands. The fawn is struggling against a current when this family finds it. While mom and child root for it from the shore, dad finds a way to save it at the very last second. The last thing a firefighter expected to find in a forest fire was a live baby kangaroo. Just a few more moments and the flames would have taken its life. Now, the baby animal's in good hands and is even given a name.
Alright, run me. My little baby.
This huge whale shark swam to a dive site for divers to relieve its terrible pain. Its body had been bound with a rope for a long time, but now it's finally free.
Takes just 30 seconds to remove it for years.
The fox was so hungry that it wasn't afraid to approach people. But all this man had was a Snickers, and he gave it away without a second thought. This leopard got tangled up in some wire, and every movement caused it immense pain. People had to sedate the animal in order to execute their rescue operation. Now, it can receive proper treatment in a rehabilitation center. This deer is desperately trying to get out of the water, but it can't see a thing because of the can on its head, and this guy couldn't swim out to help. People had to use a boat, but the deer kept swimming away out of fear as water quickly began filling the can. And just as people were about to save it, it went under the boat. While this girl was recording a TikTok, her dog fell into the pool and began to drown. Fortunately, she heard the splash and reacted quickly. This hare knows exactly how to ask a human for help.
Ну что ты там? Сейчас спасу, все, сейчас.
After 6 years with a tire around its neck, this crocodile finally swam out to people to ask for help. Or at least to put an end to its suffering, and the humans exceeded all of its expectations. A calf wandered out onto the ice and couldn't be saved in any usual way, so the rescuers decided to try a very risky approach, blowing it off with a helicopter. For 3 whole days, this poor young elephant had to stand to keep from drowning. People couldn't pull it from above nor push it from below. Miraculously, they managed to find an excavator to help the poor animal get out. I think it's time for us to take a break. Definitely let us know in the comments if you've ever saved an animal, and if these rescues brought you the same relief as they did us, give this video a like. See you next time.